hey there. Welcome back to Practical Stoicism. I'm your host, Tanner Campbell, as always, and today I'm going to be talking with Ranjay Gulati. Ranjay is a professor at the Harvard Business School. He's written a number of books, and he's mostly in the business world. Now, I want to say a couple things about why I wanted to interview Ranjay and what I think you're going to get out of this discussion, and then you can decide whether or not you want to listen to it. Trying to set your expectations up front. Ranjay is in this interesting transition in his professional career, and that professional career is he has been helping businesses find a way to inspire purpose in their employees for a long time, many years. And he's at this transitional point where he wants to help now the employees find that purpose for the sake of the employee. So he's gone from working for the business to working for the employee, for the individual. The reason I wanted to interview him was both because I thought that this transitionary period of his life was interesting when placed next to the ideas of Stoicism, but also because I had a suspicion that our conversation would carry us into human purpose. And it did exactly that. You've heard me use the honeybee analogy before, that human beings, because we have choice, we are not like a honeybee. We don't wake up in the morning and just do the thing we're supposed to do. We have to decide, first of all, to do anything, and we're not pre-programmed with anything we're supposed to do. And so finding purpose and feeling fulfilled like a honeybee might, if it had the sentience necessary to feel fulfilled, is a real challenge. And in the second half of our conversation, we really dive into exactly this. So stick through the entire discussion because I think you'll be able to identify a few key points that relate directly to Stoicism and to human purpose. I don't think I need to say more than that. If you want to learn more about Ranjay before listening to our conversation, there are links in the show notes to his more formal bio and some other things that he's done if you want to check that out ahead of time or if you want to check it out afterwards. But here it is, my conversation with Ranjay Gulati. Ranjay Gulati, how are you, sir?
I am great, Tanner. Nice to be here with you today.
It's nice to have you here with me. I am actually excited about this conversation because while you come from a very businessy background, and we'll talk a little bit about that, you have recently, I guess, crossed the threshold of being just exclusively business focused to being, hey, maybe there's some application to this thing I've been spending my life doing beyond the business world and more in the people end of things. And I think that that's a really interesting place for us to be having this conversation. So I want to start with kind of who you are, what your background is, but now your business background. We'll talk about that. Can we talk a little bit about your childhood and where you come from?
I grew up in India as a child. I came here as a student. I came to America as an exchange student. And from there, I worked my way into doing a PhD. In between, I worked briefly at Microsoft. After my PhD, I've been a professor. I taught at Northwestern, and I then moved to Harvard, and I did my PhD here at Harvard too. So I'm back in Boston.